Hi guys, welcome back to another video here with myself and something a little bit different. What we're going to be doing today is having a look at the Steam user reviews because I was really surprised. By the way, I'm wearing this hoodie because it's now November in the UK and things are getting a bit cold, and 343 store prices are so high I can't afford to put my heating on yet. So I'm wrapping up and I am saving a few penny. Actually, I am a massive Halo fan. I've got my little collection behind me, and judging on the videos I've been releasing, I am loving the game at the moment. Season 5 has made such a huge impact on Halo, and I think it's just in a fantastic state at the moment, where the sky's really the limit. We can really grow, and hopefully 343 keep going on this trajectory. But it hasn't always been like that. Obviously, I played the game a ton when it came out. Season 1 was so lacking in content, I actually stopped just as Season 2 launched. And it's literally only now with Season 5 that I feel like the game has actually got some content that we can enjoy and play, and this is how the game should have released. I know we're a couple of years down the road, but it's finally here. So I thought, why don't I have a quick check and see if that's what everybody else is saying, because on my YouTube recommendations, Twitter, Instagram, everyone seems to be lauding it with praise. And I was really surprised, as you can see, to find out that the reviews are overall very positive, or mostly positive, but recent reviews are actually mixed. There are a lot of negative reviews here, and I haven't read through them yet, but I thought it might make a good video. So what we're going to do is cut to Steam reviews and read some of these negative ones and see if their criticism is fair, and maybe we're all just a bit mad thinking that Halo's actually good now. Right, here we go guys, and as you can see, as I said, mixed reviews recently, 2,182, but overall mostly positive. I have a feeling that people were a bit like me. The hype of Halo Infinite when it first came out was so huge that everyone was pretty positive about it, and then over time that obviously changed, and people didn't change their reviews, but a lot of people are probably coming back because of all the hype. And let's have a look at some of these mixed ones. Okay, right off the back here, what we are seeing is a huge spike right around when Season 5 came out. That was to be expected, and a lot of them are positive. And as you can see, I wouldn't say this is mixed. This is a lot of positive reviews, and in comparison, not that many negative ones, but it is garnering a mixed review because it's less than 70% positive. It's 68% positive. So let's filter these down and let's dig into them. Before we jump into this, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I hope you enjoy this review of reviews. Right, we filtered by recent reviews here, and only negative ones, of course. Here's the first one, Giga Chad Gaming. This game is a massive disappointment. I gave it a chance, but after 2 years, I truly believe that Halo should be dead. Let the franchise rest, Microsoft. Let it rest. However, he's only got 20 hours recorded, so I don't know if he's been playing it that much after 2 years. And he hasn't listed any actual complaints. Next guy here has played it a lot longer, 126.5 hours, and it's quite a big one. Let's summarize. Well, he's sort of summarizing it quite well here by saying, too many people are blindly giving this game praise for its Season 5 finally delivering content. He goes on to say that this game is still barren, mediocre, and retains many of the issues it had at launch, and then he lists them. Number 1, the sandbox is still incredibly bare bones, with only new addition being a DMR without its scope. And I'm not sure this is really that fair, to be honest with you, because there are loads of other guns. We could do with more, I'm not saying that, and we certainly should do with more, but it's not, and the sandbox isn't just about guns, it's about the maneuverability, it's about the map layout, it's about how you interact with your teammates, it's how you interact against the enemy. There is a lot going on, it's not just about guns, that's the whole point of Halo. Now, yes, we do need new guns, but I feel like if you really want other guns, you can just jump into one of those play modes where they use the campaign guns and it's all crazy, insane maneuvers. Like the new map that we got had the campaign Needler, so as a power weapon. So I'm not really following his first reason here. His second one here is talking about stability online. He thinks it's getting worse. He used to be lucky with desync, and now recently he's getting it a lot. Personally, I've seen a lot of comments saying similar things. However, I have found it actually more stable. I'm not getting any crashes, so I'm quite lucky there. And the desync is bad, but it's no worse than it used to be. So he sort of praises it here, but then says it's just not enough. So he's saying, look, we've got the helmets, which is an improvement, cross-core helmets, but it's just the helmets. 343 weren't just going to do the helmets, and they've actually confirmed that yesterday. So this review should be changed. Yes, they're doing the shoulders next, which I don't think is great, but they're obviously working on this. And the cross-core coatings, whilst not a thing, most coatings you get in a package have coatings for all the cores, so I don't really understand his issue there. He then also goes on to moan about the helmets in general and there not being enough attachments or missing attachments. There's so much customization now. You can make it better and you can improve on it, and it will do that slowly, but I feel like you're being a bit harsh to complain about customization at this stage. And at least these complaints don't seem fair. I think we should have cross-core fully fleshed out. I don't see why we're having to wait and do the shoulders and then do the legs and then do the chest pieces, but it is coming at least. At least we know that. It's a very short one with over 300 hours. The servers are dog water. Yeah, I agree with that, but they're not that bad either. They're better than COD servers. Not that that's saying a huge amount. I certainly wouldn't downrate the whole game based on the servers. No point playing now. The game is dead. Takes forever to get into a game, and then it's full of idiots. Don't waste your time. Again, the game is almost as popular as it was on release. There are a lot more playlists, so you may well have to wait up to about 30 seconds to start loading a game, which is pretty mad. In ranked, it might take up to a minute and a half. But that's really, not a huge issue. If you're playing casually, you can jump in and out of the game, no problem. Same with custom games. You can jump in and out of dozens of custom matches. Here's Ymir with over 100 hours. Complete dog water game. Crap paywall cosmetics, terrible customization, crap servers, and worst of all, crap teammates. Please move somewhere else. I don't know what moving somewhere else means, but I kind of can get what he means with the rest of his review there, other than the game not being dog water. And I think the customization is pretty cool now. The teammates thing is maybe, maybe get some friends, I guess, but I struggle with some teammates as well. I get frustrated, so I get it. Here's a complaint from a guy who's spent 8.5 hours. Skill-based matchmaking ruins this. Every single match feels like a tournament. Bunny hopping, 2x grenade at the start of every engagement, godly aim from everywhere, etc, etc. Yeah, it is a skill-based game. It always has been. Play the casual gameplay modes and you will still find skill-based matchmaking, but it's a lot more casual. I don't know, what do you want to do? Just run around and kill everybody all the time? Well, guess what? That means that the other people are dying all the time. It needs to be balanced. Every game mode should be balanced and it should be challenging for both teams. It should be close every game. That is how you have a good core game. You can't just run around thinking you're gonna destroy everybody. And if you do want to do that, guess what? Just play custom games. Custom games are so chill. You can do custom games literally that are just about running around and not having weapons, or just having a specific weapon, or having no grenades, or just having fun, or playing hide and seek. It's like literally you can do a lot of other things in this game. Here's an interesting one. After 8 hours of gameplay, the online multiplayer netcodes needs fixing. Well, luckily 343 have said they are working on that and they are starting it from the ground up. So they did that before he posted, but only by a few hours. So maybe if this guy didn't review so quickly after giving the game such a short window of time, he would have realized that. But he also then says the online ranking needs fixing. It uses skill-based matchmaking. There's no need for a rank in this game. Bronze matching with platinum makes sense. Not really sure I follow his point. Does he want skill-based matchmaking in the ranking system, or does he not? Now, it's not a perfect system. I've never even seen a bronze player. I'm platinum and I fight with platinums. Occasionally you get a strong gold player in there. But you can look at the skill level of the teams and see they are almost to the point equal. So here's one I actually agree with. Over 100 hours. Halo fans, 343, please add the flood back. 343, ugh, fine. Halo fans, wait, this is just beep, customization. 343, that'd be $10, please. Yeah, I hate the flood customization, to be honest with you. I think it's like really chunky and cartoony and just not that cool, but everyone else seems to love it. But I agree with this guy. Another one here, loading times are horrendous and the game won't allow me to switch accounts at all. I don't know why you want to switch accounts. Are you trying to play against lower rated players? I don't really get that. And the loading times have been a bug that they've just literally fixed like yesterday. I'm not sure when you posted this you already had your mind made up, but maybe if you logged in one more time you would have known the loading times were instant. At least I assume he means about booting the game up. Loading into an online game is dependent on other people's machines loading the game at the same time as you. Another interesting one here. As we venture into 2023 games as a service model, I cannot support Halo Infinite anymore. Loading times to get into the main menu of Halo Infinite, 6 minutes. Actually been fixed. So again, you were one login away from seeing that that's been fixed. Given a few armor, but the rest is paid content. Well, it's a free-to-play game. They're going to have to generate, whether you like it or not, it is a free-to-play game. They're going to have to generate revenue somewhere. The real complaint of that should be the rest is paid content and we have to buy giant bundles for a lot of money when we only want one piece. I will change this to recommend Halo Infinite ever patches their load times. At least tell me why it's taking forever. Every time I start the game, I tried everything. I'm sick of it. Give me a bar that says your hard drive is too slow, your RAM is broken, your graphics update is patching in, anything. I'll even play on the lowest resolution and play Cartoon Halo if it loads me in. Guess what? I've downrated this because they fixed it. They've literally fixed this. This guy needs to go in and just play it one more time, and he'll apparently change this to a recommend because this is a fixed issue that he posted yesterday and was fixed yesterday. Here's quite a funny one. A guy who's, I guess, just recently played it as he posted this yesterday. Campaign only player. Don't care at all for how high the time to kill is for enemies, combined with the player's fragility. Alongside, the only method of regeneration is being retreat from combat and hiding until your shields and health are regenerated. I found this one quite funny because has this guy never played a Halo game outside of, you know, the very first ones where you did actually have health. This system has been around for over 20 years, mate. Get used to it. I don't understand. The fact that I think he's maybe just used to other more realistic or more modern combat where it's like time to kill is seconds. You shoot someone, they die. Well, we're fighting, you know, people with shields and space creatures, etc. This is a sci-fi game, not a modern warfare. This guy here, 45 hours, so it's quite a lot of time, but someone's given him a slow clap here. 343 should never have touched Halo. I don't think you understand how bad this game is. Seriously, don't play this. Halo is dead. 343 is a developer that I will never support as long as I live. It's lifeless husk. That is quite a rant when you can't actually tell us why you don't like the game. This is a weird one. Over 200 hours. Updates were taking far too long. So when I click uninstall, sorry. This is a weird one. Over 200 hours. Updates were taking far too long. So when I click uninstall, nothing happens. This proceeds to slow down my computer so I can't play other games. There is no way for me to uninstall the game, and I am praying deleting the root file is going to work. Even though it's taking a MB per second, there's at least 670 gigs. Good lord, how can 343 F up this much is baffling. There is no way I will attempt to re-download this godforsaken game. To be honest with you, sounds like a PC and an internet issue via Steam. I don't think this is 343's issue. I really think this is a you issue, mate. This is weird. So this guy here basically only played it for an hour and not recommended it because he couldn't get it to work on his PC through Steam. He ended up just going, and he did want to play it because he's downloaded it again on the Xbox app. Game Pass, I guess. Really weird. Why would you then downrate it on Steam? You're telling people not to play this game. because you can't play it through Steam when other people might be able to. I certainly can. And you do want to play the game because you've gone and downloaded it somewhere else. It's mad. Prism, which is one of the new maps, is played 24/7 on Team Slayer, which is not true. And there is a playlist just for the two new maps. You don't have to play that playlist. There's a dozen other playlists. And then he goes on to basically say it's the worst map of all time. 343 thought they made the new Nuketown and it's awful. So he's based his whole review here on one new map that was added that has a playlist that doesn't even exist anymore. They've already taken that playlist away because they update featured playlists all the time. So when new content comes, they do a playlist for the new content. Something else comes, they do the playlist for something else, and things just cycle into other playlists. This is like, why would you downvote this whole game based on one map? It's bonk, and a timed playlist that only lasts 2 weeks. It's crazy. Here's another one. What in the name of Christ is this unholy 3-minute load time every single time I boot the game up? Again, it's gone, mate. You only played the game for like 20 minutes, and this isn't even a problem anymore. Just try again. We're in it on these two. The game is poopy and full of microtransactions. It's a free-to-play game. Why is it poopy? And this last one here. Why is there over 100 hours? Why is there still no player collision? Guess what? There was player collision at the start. Everyone moaned about it and they turned it off for your own teammates. There is still player collision for the enemy. Okay. That's about all I can muster from these negative reviews that just don't make any sense. A couple of fair critiques in there, but most of it is just nonsense. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and make sure you subscribe.